Hey, welcome back to the Evolved Dad Shortcast. Welcome to 2024. So, we've got a new year to start with, clean slate. What's the plan? So, if you haven't already taken on something, finishing off 2023 strong, you feel you're behind the eight ball, you may have missed out. It's already past the first, and what are you going to do? You got to wait till next year. No, no. The year as a whole is here for you to make it that year of change, that year of improvement. Even if you made big changes last year, there's still a newer version waiting, a newer version of you. Every time we step up and become a new person, we transform ourselves, we evolve. There's another version of us waiting after that. And that's important to remember because it's not these times that make a difference as to when we start a goal. Sunday is no better a day to start a diet than Wednesday. The beginning of the month is no better time to start counting for 30 days than the middle of the month. Because when it comes down to it, the most important thing is that you have a reason behind what you're doing. So I want to encourage you, starting off in 2024, make 2024 that year, that big year. No matter how much you've accomplished or not accomplished in the past years, make this the best year of your life, a transformational year. And it doesn't have to start on the first. Maybe you're going to argue, or I would argue, it probably should have started in 2023, but it didn't. Or maybe it did. And now it's time to take the next step. Regardless, there's no reason to lose out because it's not that perfect moment, because it will never be that perfect moment. And if I were to tell you the one thing I would recommend, whether you're just in getting engaged, maybe about to get engaged, maybe just married, maybe expecting your first, or you've had your first kid, maybe you have a few kids already. Across the board, I would say that the number one habit that will get you ahead is presence. Not presents as in gifts, presence as in when you're here, you're totally here. No phone, no distractions. And that's not an expectation for the entire day to be like that. But start with a small amount of time. Start with 5 minutes. Be that 5 minutes with your girlfriend, your wife, whoever, whatever stage you're up to. Maybe it's 5 minutes with your child. And it doesn't make a difference. Your child could be an infant of a few days or a few months, or your child could be in their 30s, 40s. It really doesn't make a difference. If you're able to get that, to make that time to spend with that child, it will make such a profound impression on them. And especially if you're able to start at such a young age to create a habit of consistency around it, where every day you're making sure to spend time with your child. Even if you don't have so much time, that's okay, that's understandable. Work with what you have. But putting the effort in to get that time and to make that a reality, it's going to change the entire trajectory of not only your child's life, but of yours as well. So if you have a smartwatch, you have a phone, a tablet, whatever gadgets there are that could potentially ding, ring, vibrate, whatever it is, get rid of them for just a few minutes. When you're spending time with that person, get rid of it. Simon Sinek has a little bit of a short rant, I would call it, where he's talking to the crowd and he has his phone in his hand and he says, "Do you really feel like you're the most important thing right now?" The answer is no, because you're holding your phone. If your phone is on the table, face up or face down, it's the same thing. You're showing that there's something else that's more important. By taking your phone, either putting it on silent, airplane mode, or even better, out of the room, you're showing that this person is the most important thing. They're more important than anything else that could come up right now. You're disconnecting. You're focused on them. The next level is mentally focusing on the person, not letting your mind wander. Find something that's exciting, whether it's a conversation, a game, an activity, something that you could be involved in interacting. I actually recently just spent some time with one of my younger children. He's writing a little bit of a story, and I spent some time with him editing it. And I could see how excited he was when I sat down with him. He came over to me the next night and asked me if I could help him with editing it some more. And I introduced him to some AI tools to help him out. But he lit up when I sat down with him. And it's a good feeling and it's painful because knowing that I'm not doing it as often as I could and I should be. At the same time, being cognizant of that and recognizing that I'm not there as much as I would like to be. Keeping that in mind, that keeps me going along on that path. And that's important. Knowing that you have to go in a specific direction is important. Now, if you're wondering how big picture to get this started, how do you have a driving force behind it? That I really like to start with the perfect day exercise. And if you want to know about that, more about that, you can shoot me a DM on Twitter, X, or Telegram. I'm on both as The Evolved Dad, fully spelled out. So TheEvolvedDad. And I'll send you over something that I put together for the perfect day exercise. I actually have another episode discussing that in more detail if you want to take a look for that. And the most important part of it is your why. Why are you doing this? What's the reason behind it? Because when you have a strong enough why, it will carry you through anything. And once you have all that written down, and you're going to put that up in a place where you're going to see it every day, and if it helps, what I like to do for myself and my children, we make charts. Start with a week, then 2 weeks, a month, and just keep going. And you'll see that over time, you're going to want to do more because it fulfills you. It's something that is so badly lacking in today's world. So, to sum things up, if you want to change in 2024 to becoming the best husband and father that you can, I'm going to recommend that you start with presence. And when you're being present and you're spending time with that person, find an activity or something that's going to keep you involved, that you could focus on the person and being here with them. And get rid of your tech for even 5 minutes. Phone, smartwatch, tablets, TVs, off or away, whatever you can do. You're going to see. It's going to be an awesome year. As always, I appreciate you spending your time with me. Have an awesome 2024. This is Jonathan, the Evolved Dad, signing off.